नाम पुकारा जा रहा है से अनुरोध है कि वे कृपया मंच पर शपथ ग्रहण के लिए पधारें तथा महामहिम राज्यपाल महोदय के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता की शपथ लें। श्री विजय कुमार चौधरी, श्री विजेंद्र प्रसाद यादव, श्री आलोक कुमार मेहता, श्री तेज प्रताप यादव, मोहम्मद आफाक आलम।
That's the swearing-in ceremony that is taking place inside the Raj Bhawan in Bihar. In fact, the two-member Bihar Cabinet, comprising currently of Nitish Kumar and his deputy Tejashwi Yadav, is to be expanded now, and that is what is taking place with the set of ministers who will be taking oath now, who are taking oath at the moment. 30 members, we believe, will be inducted from different constituents of the Grand Alliance, which is the Mahagathbandhan. So that is Nitish Kumar's cabinet expansion that is taking place today. The big leaders taking the oath. In fact, 16 ministers from RJD, 11 from JDU are said to be inducted, and they are being inducted as we speak. In fact, a total of 31 MLAs are taking oath now. In fact, this comes days after Nitish Kumar was sworn in as the Chief Minister, with Tejashwi Yadav as his deputy. Nitish Kumar breaking away from the BJP and forming this Mahagathbandhan with the RJD as well as Congress. Now, of course, the new government formed and ministers taking oath. Raj Bhawan in Bihar, Patna, 31 ministers taking oath. So the Bihar Cabinet Expansion is what we are seeing on our screens. Coalition partner RJD is expected to gain a considerable number of seats. Of course, that's what we are seeing. JDU and Congress also getting fair amount of seats. Now, the event, in fact, started just about 10 to 15 minutes back, and we saw ministers taking oath in the new cabinet. This is the newly established Mahagathbandhan cabinet. In fact, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, we know how he broke away from the BJP-led alliance and created this new administration with the RJD and the Congress. Now, of course, there had been a series of talks before the entire seat sharing or allocation happened. In fact, the Bihar government can only have 36 ministers. In fact, there will be a floor test also conducted on August 24 to confirm its majority in the state legislature. So that's the oath-taking ceremony that is taking place. Tej Pratap also takes oath. 31 Bihar ministers taking oath. So we have Vinod Sharma, a senior journalist, on the phone line with us. Mr. Sharma, so the oath-taking ceremony is what we are witnessing now. And this happened after high drama whereby Nitish Kumar in fact, broke away from the BJP, formed this Mahagathbandhan, and now, of course, fast-paced developments happening where, now the oath-taking ceremony is taking place, new cabinet being formed. So how do you read this entire political scenario in Bihar, especially after what was witnessed in the last couple of weeks?
The high drama actually took place in Maharashtra, not in Bihar. And it took more than 40 days for the government to be taking shape there. There was, in Bihar, it was just that Nitish Kumar bid farewell to the BJP and joined forces back with the RJD, which he had deserted in 2017 over certain issues. And a new government was formed is being formed with RJD, JDU and the Congress and certain groups of the CPI, although CPML is not joining this government. They are supporting it from outside. The government formation was never a major question in Bihar and how they share seats and all that. Because you see, the Nitish Kumar was accepted as Prime Minister by Tejashwi, as Chief Minister by Tejashwi in the very first instance, which could have been a sticky issue. So once they made the move to set up this Mahagathbandhan again, they had perhaps sorted most of the issues out. The Chief Minister's position or the share of ministries in the new cabinet, which we are seeing happening.
Right.
The big challenge before this government is to deliver on the promise of Tejashwi. He is the biggest constituent in this government, and he had promised jobs, 10 lakh jobs to the people in the last elections where he could not form the government. And that would be the big challenge. The other big challenge would be for this government to not do anything which gives the BJP an entry point into the social alliance, which it wants to lead it after having been deserted by the JDU. Because the JDU in Bihar, these three major parties, nobody can form a government on its own, and they need an alliance with another party to form a government. So you have a RJD, JDU now together. Earlier you had BJP, JDU together. So that is that's the importance of Nitish Kumar in Bihar. He has been Chief Minister on 8 occasions, and it is he who adds value to any party desirous of forming a government in that state. So as I said, the big challenge is to generate jobs. The big challenge is to ensure that there is social balance between ensured by parties which are representing various caste groups in this state.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for bringing all your views on this subject. So big challenge as far as the new government is concerned is to generate jobs, to ensure social balance and to basically deliver. Of course, BJP understandably miffed at the turn of events, but remains to be seen how this new government will deliver as far as the people of Bihar are concerned.